Hey everybody, Sarah here. It's just a quick video. I wasn't actually sure what I was going to talk about in it. And then I just looked at a Sky thing and they were all about Rivals, which I only watched the first season yet. Really need to watch that. Um, but it reminded me of something else that was out this week. Which was obviously spoilers, kind of. Um, yeah, this is going to be spoilers for Good Omens 3. It threw me because it said episode 1. So I was like, I thought it was just like one episode rather than like a few episodes because it said episode 1. But then the episode was called the finale. So I was like, okay, it is the finale. Why put it as episode 1 when there's only one episode? Um, yeah, so anyway, there's going to be spoilers. I'm not going to go fully into it, but there's going to be spoilers anyway. So, well, actually, there's only two things, which I guess are spoilers. Um, so what was the thing I was going to say? Yeah, this is more like right near the end of the episode. Um, once again, I know I've said it a few times, but if you haven't watched it yet, go off this video because I am gonna say a few things or a couple of things that happened in the Good Omens finale episode. Yeah, so all right, I'm not going to actually say how it got to this point, but there was scene in a bookshop. Well, scene in a bookshop. I mean, yeah, no, there's a scene in the bookshop where I don't know even if to go by their names. I'm just going to say it by the actors' names because you'd understand if you did it, but you won't if you haven't. That's what I mean. Yeah. So David's character comes in looking for a book on astrophysics, I think it was. And Michael's character was like, "Oh, there's this book. Oh, if I can give it to you for half price." And he's like, "Oh, that hurts me to hear that." Or something like that. And he's like, "What do you mean?" He says, "I wrote the book." It's like selling it for half price is giving him less money. um, yeah. But when he was getting this book, when Michael's character was giving him this book, my heart skipped a beat because all he saw was David's character getting some glasses out and going like that, and I was like, that is such a doctor thing. That is such a doctor thing that happened. I mean, it's been a while since I watched a David Tennant episode. Probably no, yeah, it's been a while since I watched David Tennant episode of Doctor Who, whether it's 10 or 14. But it was that where he just gets the glass. It wasn't so much the way you got your glasses out. It was the way they went on. That's so Doctor. Um, and then he like kept them on for like the rest of that scene and the scene after. I think it was. And I was like, oh my god, this. I mean, you think in the last season how many kind of things to Doctor Who there were besides the fact he's Doctor Who. Oh, and there was what's his name in it? Sean Pertwee, John Pertwee's son, in the scene with David Tennant. Yeah, so there was that. There was the glasses. And then it was like a throwback, a flash forward, not flash forward. It was like a 20 years later kind of thing. how many characters were married? It wasn't a kiss. Well, the closest to a kiss was Michael's character going like that and then placing it on David's character's lips. But well, actually, I can say no. Yeah, I'm leaving it at that. Um, yeah, that was like the only kiss between the two of them. But it was like the fact that they were actually. But I mean, I don't think you realise straight away. There was a scene like where you could see like between that hand, you could see the ring on David's finger, and I was like, "Oh, they're married. We didn't get a kiss, but they're married." Um, yeah, and what threw me as well, like the one in the bookshop, they had Derek Jacobi in it in the bookshop, and Michael's character was like calling him. But I was like, did he just call him Derek, or do you call him Eric? Like, I know his real name's Derek, but did he call him that? But yeah, they just called him Derek. I was like, that's very original. Using his actual real name. Um, yeah, so don't think there's anything else I can think of. Um, yeah. Oh, and tomorrow is actually, I think tomorrow might be the last game of the season for the no, I can't be right. There's two games left. Yeah, there is two games left. That's the Bundesliga one, and it's the DFB Pokal final. So it's two games, yeah. Um, yeah. So there's that. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, tomorrow Eurovision. Well, I don't know about the UK. I mean, it could be the kind of song that would win it. This is crazy, but it's not a catchy song. I don't think it's a catchy song. And to be fair, I don't normally find many of them catchy. But there's what I mean, I'm not being biased because I've seen this. Um, I bought this person's album a few years back, and I've also watched her in a TV program years back. So I'm not being biased. But that performance, and I've read people saying what should win. Um, and all I'm going to say is, one, how I'm going to say this is, Eurovision could be going down under. Because Delta Goodrum, I mean, I know she's a great singer. I mean, Innocent Eyes and Born to Try, and why can't I think of whatever song she's done? She's done a song with Brian McFadden, and I can't even think the name of that song, but those other two I said. Um, yeah, I knew her song was going to be good. It's really catchy. I mean, I don't find the Australian ones that I don't find many of them that catchy. When Australia have been in it, I haven't really found them that catchy. And I don't normally watch the semi-finals. I mean, I did watch the whole like show. I watched it for her. I watched it for Cyprus, and I watched it for the results, obviously. And uh, I I did watch the first one where there was a first episode where, or the first semi final where Boy George was taking part with San Marino. They didn't get through. Then yesterday you had uh, Cyprus in it and Australia in it and however many countries. I was like, as long as Australia get through, as long as Cyprus get through. And the other day, Greece, I did find the Greece one as good as the Cypriot one. But yeah, I'm like, I always support Greece, Cyprus, UK, and sometimes Australia, but definitely Australia this time. Um, yeah, so if the UK don't do that well, which Isn't that odd, is it? Besides Sam Ryder, that hasn't been out for a while. Um, yeah, the UK don't do that good. I really want Delta to win it for Australia. I know people are going to say, but it's a Eurovision Song Contest. And Ryland and Angela said if they won it, what time is it going to be shown? Because it's a bit of a time difference there. Unless they're going to be like, host it in the UK or something. Which would be easier to get to as well for people. So I don't know how that would work, but I mean, I'm jumping ahead of myself because they might not actually win it, but yeah. Anyway, we'll see. I mean, I'll tell you in my next video if it went the way I thought. Yeah, but I think it's pretty safe to say Greece is going to give Cyprus 12 points. Cyprus is going to give Greece 12 points. I'd be surprised if it doesn't work that way. Normally it does. Ireland don't really give the UK points, or if they do, not that many. Um, Ireland's even in it. I'm just thinking, I can't even see Ireland, remember Ireland being mentioned. Hang on. Ireland in Eurovision 2026. No, they're not. I was thinking, I was like, I swear I haven't seen it. Political reasons, yeah. All right. So, yeah, so I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.